Hey, we're back together again.
I know it has been a while.
Fucking wild.
It always every time we've missed a week, it seems like 2 months.
Yeah,
my life
weird.
goes off the rails. I'm in underground boxing matches and shit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh yeah, yeah.
All kinds of mysterious things. I gotta tell you, enough alcohol and a concussion will give life a very mysterious quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost a dream-like.
You know I do.
A dream-like veneer. You know. Yeah, whatever. It's not a big deal.
Nope, never is.
Do you think? No, yeah, it is. I don't know. I guess I wasn't even going to talk now. I mentioned yeah, I don't know. Did you, like, Tom's been there before, where maybe you had too much to drink. Maybe you mixed liquors. You thought you were okay. You showed up somewhere having only drank like some champagne and a couple other drinks, whatever, and then you go somewhere and do a couple shots, and all of a sudden you're in fucking La La Land.
Yeah,
you know
that mixing is real.
Yeah, dude. And all of a sudden you look
precarious.
back. You look back. Like, where did this go wrong? Oh, it was the shots.
Yeah.
That's the last
Always
thing
is.
I remember of being a fucking human being. And yeah, and then somehow I don't know what happened. This guy, I'm outside and this guy said something vaguely towards us. I decide to have like a giant like suburban hood rat freak out, you know? And be like, fuck you, motherfucker, blah, blah, blah.
You disrespect me, dude.
Yeah, just, I don't know.
Dude, you don't fucking...
Just
No. You don't talk to me like that.
Right. Like, I felt like he was being dismissive for one reason or another. And I just didn't like it. And then I pushed the issue. This is the bad part, is this guy... I have no idea nobody knows who he was. It was just some random dude that was hanging out that night. And him and his friends like tried to walk away from me.
Well, that's not going to happen.
All this stuff. This whole thing went on for like probably 2 hours where I just like I remember the feeling was this like, no, I simply demand that I be treated with respect.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But it's really...
This is a gentleman's quarrel.
Right.
And I would expect it to be treated as such. Now, sir.
Right. But meanwhile,
apologize.
It's like the It's Always Sunny thing when they have their memory of being high.
Yeah.
And if
But
I can
then
see myself, I'm probably,
like,
dude, I'm like probably
piece
just
of
leaning
shit,
over people like,
motherfucker.
no,
Yeah.
what's he
Dude.
got to say to me?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I always, anytime I think of like me thinking of how I am and then me what I actually was, it's always the dance number in It's Always Sunny where Mac takes his shirt off. Oh, yeah, it's
like,
that scene right there. And then it goes and he's like,
Yeah, dude.
It's
Oh my god.
sweaty.
And somehow it ended up. So we're at this like after party place, and
All right.
the guy that runs
Hold
this
on,
place.
Critchlow said yo twice. Now, I think he's being needy.
Okay, let's relax.
Yeah.
I said get screwy.
What's up, super spreaders? Now, hey, Marley said hi. I came to learn. Now that's unfortunate.
Okay, you're gonna learn what a dysfunctional idiot I am. But so, anyways, you know, it's at like this after party place, and you know what? To the guy that runs it, to his credit, I love the way he has like a system for this. He has a whole place in the basement. He's got gloves. He's got everything.
That's insane.
If there's trouble brewing, he like headed it off at the pass. He's like, you know what? If you guys want to go, shut the fuck up. Just go put the gloves on and settle this. And of course, I'm like, hell yeah. And I can't see fucking a foot in front of my face, dude. Which I realized as I like couldn't even put gloves on. I'm like, oh
Someone
no,
else has to put them on.
They're fucking putting them on for me, and I'm like, oh Jesus. And so what I realized looking back is like in my drunken idiocy and rage, I'm ready for the chaos of whatever's gonna happen. But then 5 minutes transpire of calmness and like everyone getting set up, and I'm like, dude,
Wait a
I'm
minute.
fucked up. So I realized at that point, I'm like, I'll never forgive myself if I just back out now. You know what I mean? So I'm
Gloves
like,
are on, dude.
Gloves are on. So I'm like, there's no going back.
you can't.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm
can't.
pretty sure I know what's going to happen here, but I'm just going to go for it. Plus, this guy had a few inches on me and probably a few years the other way. And so I'm like, I'm pretty sure this guy's going to beat my ass, but I have to fucking do this now. So I last thing I remember is kind of just lining up a little bit. Next thing I know, I'm like putting my shoes back on. There's people patting me on the back and shit. I'm like, oh, okay. And I knew what happened. I'm like, I don't remember it, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know what just happened here. And then for some reason, it's one of those weird times where then you're like still there for an hour and just like, you know, walking around talking and shit.
Leave.
Just like, I don't think I gave a shit. I was completely out of my fucking head. I was just like, whatever, man. And then I even like tried to go back up to the guy and be like, hey, no hard feelings, dude. And he's just like, get the fuck away from me. I'm like, all right, whatever. But yeah, one of those ones where like it's not even saving face. It's just like I didn't have a face to say. Just, like,
at that point,
no face. Got no face. I'm just a faceless idiot walking around laughing at that point.
I mean, it's whatever, dude. It was holiday fun. It was holiday hijinks.
But so
that's really what it was.
I feel like really dumb about getting so fucked up and not be really because I wasn't like being myself. Normally 9 times out of 10, I would just move on and ignore whatever this was, you know. But like you feel creepy when you look back and you're like, who the fuck was I? What did I think I was doing?
Why was that important to me?
Why? That's the thing is obviously boxing is not that important to me, or else I would do it once in a while when I was sober. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it wouldn't be that the only times I've ever been in fights were after a whole bunch of liquor. You know what I mean? I've never gone 100%. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And
I'm like, you know what I'm going to do is go train.
Fought an actual fight. I'm an idiot. Yeah. So anyways, so I dealt, and then like you spend a few days just feeling really, hey, I may have had like a little concussion. This guy hit me pretty hard, but because
that happens,
and it was but again,
especially drunken punches though, like when you're all hammered and you get fucking hit, I feel like,
oh yeah, if I was sober, it might not have even done anything.
That's that's the thing.
Who knows? Whatever. I have no idea. And to be honest with you,
Marley, she just says, I love it when you say my name though.
I can barely.
I love that.
All right, great. I can barely remember anything about this guy. Like in my mind, you could introduce me to him again.
Oh yeah,
and it could be 15 different people, and I'd believe you. Like, so that's what kind of state I was in.
Yeah, you know? Vinny and I were talking about this, and there was a time not too long ago where I got sucker punched at a after hours bar, and I was convinced that it was this other some other dude that like knew people that I knew, and I was like, your boy fucking jumped me the other, you know, whatever, because it split my lip open. I was bleeding all over the place, but then I was like there many more times, and then I ended up like talking to these guys, and they were like acting a certain way, and I was like, wait a minute, and I started being like, wait, are you fucking trying to say? And they're like, yeah, man, the other day my boy fucking, you know, blah blah blah, sat you down or something. I'm like, dude, he fucking blindsided me. It's not like something to be, but either way, the point is I wouldn't be able to, even though I then met them again and again, I couldn't pull them out of it.
It was,
You could give me a A or B choice, and I'd probably it's a 50-50 for me because I have no fucking clue who they are. And that's how you don't drink, folks.
Exactly. And that's why I'm staring down the barrel of a long sober period, because it's like, dude, once it starts getting to that point, you're like, you have to have a long reset. So no, in reality, I should stop drinking for the rest of my life. And it's been shown, you know, I mean, like, it's just like any logical person would look at my whole history and like at what is at the root cause.
Yeah. What's the one common denominator of every bad thing that's ever, same here.
Like absolutely dumb, chaotic event, every fucking piece of shit thing that happened that didn't need to happen.
100%.
Every dumb fucking mistake. Like what, I mean, so yeah, obviously, but what's a realistic amount of time?
You know what I mean? A week and a half.
No, it's got to be longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is what people like us do. So like me and Tom have never been like the wake up and drink every day people or whatever, but we are fucking like sometimes way too much, a binger more, you know what I mean? And I always get to be like maybe 5 or 6 days. And then it starts to be like, ugh, well, I feel pretty good. Like, because you bounce back and you start feeling all right. And you start feeling like, well, you know, I'll just get like a bottle of wine. That's how it starts. You know? 6-pack of White Claw,
I'll just get a 6 or a fucking seltzers. What's the harm in that?
That first time you have like 4 or 5 drinks and you're like, hey man,
I did it.
I'm gonna have some nachos and go to bed. And you wake up and you're like, damn, I'm normal.
I got normal.
I
did it.
I did it.
Dude, you know how many times I've thought that I turned that corner and was like, dude, I figured it out.
I learned how now.
Yeah, I figured it out.
Yeah.
Finally, man.
Right.
And then literally the next time it's like brownout to blackout to fucking wondering what you did to piss everyone off the next day.
Within a week and a half, you're right back at square fucked up. You know, like you're just right, like 7-10 days. I think that's usually all it takes. And then all of a sudden, it's the first time you've bought a fucking fifth of tequila
just by yourself.
Just by yourself.
Like,
all I'm gonna have is like maybe
I'm not gonna drink
a
all
third
of
this or something.
I'll have a few drinks
as you wake up and there's this much left.
Yeah, you got a fucking just achy fucking body and just like
there's a bunch of shit broken.
You fucked your knee up somehow. You like either twisted it or fell on it. You're not even sure.
Like you fucked your own knee, maybe.
Yeah, you banged it. Your knee is actually half pregnant by that point. Nobody fucking knows what happened. And then you're trying to like look through your phone. Like, did I talk to anyone? Did I say anything really fucking stupid? Did I yell at anyone?
Once in a while, the memory comes back of like, oh yeah, I fucking went somewhere. I did something.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like, you know, I fucking went out and like kicked over a garbage can or some shit,
I was
whatever. I was going around doing dumb shit. Like,
the worst time for me of that nature was when I lived in Madison, and I've told stories from up there. I got jumped by a couple fucking hot blondes at one point. It was a great time the whole time. But yeah, there was a lot of those where I would just like, for some reason, because I didn't know enough people up there, so it was like there wasn't enough people to keep my partying needs sated. So eventually I would just go out seeking
you against the world.
Yeah. And I would end up partying with random ass fucking porch parties after bars and shit and
which
getting
always ends well. Yeah.
Somebody fucking ends up hitting me in the fucking face from behind and I'm like, who fucking did that, you know? And then that guy ran in the fucking thing because he thought he was going to just knock me out like a movie and realized, oh shit, I just hit this guy as hard as I can and now he's just looking for me and now I'm going to run inside and just cut myself. I remember this kid was cutting his
drunken Terminator-like state,
pretending he was about to cut his own hand because he was like trying to act all crazy, like because I went in, he was in the stairwell.
Like, no, you're supposed to cut my hand.
Yeah, like, dude, no, I'm not. First of all, I don't care. Yeah. Scotty says this is literally the story of Tom's life. Hey.
Yeah, no.
And his life. He's the one telling the story. So this is, I think this is now, look, okay, so we didn't have a show last week. I did a special episode with my niece, our kid correspondent, who might be coming back in the future. I might,
definitely.
Might employ her as a kid correspondent to try and figure out and get to the bottom of what's going on in the youth, with the youth of America.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did that.
But like anyone else we hang out with, she'll just end up being our like de facto therapist somehow.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Then the episode before that we had to do on a Friday, which was, I'll just say it. It was a bust, but we ended up drinking during that, so neither of us really know what we talked about.
Fucking dude. It's so dumb. Yeah. I mean, it really is like, yeah, that, I look back and I'm so grateful there was like a fucking, this thing was controlled because this guy, here's how dumb I am. I can't even fucking stand up straight. And I'm like, this guy has like 3 of his friends there, I remember, and I'm completely alone. It's like, thank God I was somewhere where they're like, hey, we're going to have a fair
like, don't
thing.
hurt this fucking, like, because you get jumped by 5 guys. It doesn't matter if you're
I was dead. Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if you're the fucking Kung Fu Master of the Year.
No, dude. And
they're going to be hitting you and knock you down and start kicking.
Here's the state I was in. They say don't like operate heavy machinery. I should have been allowed to operate a mechanical pencil. That like honestly, like that's how fucked up I was.
Yeah.
You know. But so whatever.
But that's what I was gonna say.
Luckily, there's a fucking referee. I talked to the guy that refereed it. He's like, "Do you want to see the video?" I'm like, "No, not really." I may watch it at some point after, but it's just too creepy right now. I'm like, I don't want to see myself in that state.
So the episode before that Friday one, though, I think it was either that one or the one before that. Basically turned into a 2-hour-long therapy session between us when we unraveled why we might even have ever hung out and if we are in fact friends or not.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. But I think when you're describing your life and then my own sister chimes in with the story of Tom's life, I'm like, but this is probably why we had common ground to begin with.
Yeah, somehow we picked each other up.
Yeah, we're like, that guy looks like a fuck up.
That guy has some real potential to ruin tonight. I want to see what he's about. Yeah, Yeah, he can do puns and get us arrested.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do here.